Product management is morphed over the last 15 years, and it's become much more of an integrator and a collaborator. Product management typically does not own a lot of the resources that actually develop the product and get it to market. On the go to market side, that's usually the sales organization and the marketing organization that own the resources to push it into the market, create marketing campaigns, and actually sell the product to customers. And on the other side, product management typically doesn't own the engineers. So they don't actually own the people that are developing the code or developing the hardware products. So what their real role is to create the strategy, derive the requirements from the customer, and then work with the internal stakeholders inside the company through collaboration and through kind of leadership in a collaborative way to execute the product and get it to market. So when I say it's tweener, it is that center point, that nexus of customer input, creating a business model and a business proposition that the company can rally around, and then working with development to actually create the product. And that's why it's a tweener role. On the business side, it's really working with the rest of the stakeholders in the business to understand what new innovations around business model. Do you create a freemium version of this product? Do you create a different ecosystem or a way of channel to market? And then the last bit is working in the more kind of agile, iterative approach to development, so that you're bringing the right requirements and the right artifacts to the development team, so that when they build something, it is going to be easy to integrate into the customer's environment and easier to test and deploy. And so right now, the entry point and the types of people that are in a product organization are people like business analysts who are looking at competitors, looking at market opportunities, segmentation, looking at the customer data and the sales data, and trying to figure out what is the best approach to bring a product to market and what kind of opportunity there is. There are designers, user experience designers and customer experience designers, who are really focused on detailed requirements around the product and how the customer experience, all the way from awareness to use, how to make that as seamless and compelling and great as possible. So those are the designers. And then there are folks that are interfacing with engineering and actually working through the development process in the program. So inside, and that has a lot of like project management skill set too. So you can see that the product team is a combination of those three skill sets. And if you're in a startup, you might be the only product manager. You might have to do all of those. My career has really been around the product process, and specifically about the role the product manager plays in bringing products to market, creating business opportunities for the company, and for really becoming that kind of core function that brings technology, customer, and business together so that you can actually deliver profit-making products. And what I've seen over my career over the last 25 years is a migration and a change in both the role and the importance of product in companies' strategies. And so what I really focus on and what I bring to the table for the students is a real world appreciation and experience in bringing dozens of products to market in kind of the modern software driven, cloud driven way. So this is all about customer intimacy, really understanding the customer problem and making sure that the product that you build actually solves the customer problem. One, to create value for the customer, but also to create stickiness for the company and create the ability to derive financial value out of the product. One of the things that's a big trend right now is this concept of product-led growth, where more and more companies, even more traditional companies, are starting to use the product to drive demand. So getting customers onto the product with simple either freemium versions or trial versions, so that they are becoming the funnel into the sales process rather than having to market somebody and all that stuff. So the product is becoming the real engine of growth. So examples would be like, if you think about Slack, they had no salespeople and they got to $1 billion of valuation. Now they have some enterprise salespeople because they're now addressing the needs of people like Ford. But that first $1 billion of value came purely from the product, virality of the product, the free product. So that's kind of an exciting trend. It applies to, you know, many industries and certainly software industries right on. But if you think about the concepts of how you can grow your business without having to have as much investment in the marketing side and let the product do a lot of the work, is really an exciting thing that's sort of going on right now. One of the things I do in my course is I really focus on the whole journey of the product process. And a lot of the emphasis is on that customer intimacy and understanding what is the key drivers for the customer. What problems are they trying to solve? What is the frustrations they're having with the current solution to the problem that they're trying to solve? And what is it that really drives them? And what are the different personas within a customer? So that's one of the core assignments, is really doing a full-blown discovery interview with a customer. We do that by interviewing each other. The second assignment in that series is to actually then map out the customer journey. How does a customer become aware of this product or this need? How do they understand how to consume it? How do they then use the product? And then how do they get support and help with the product? So you outline that whole customer journey through the product and find out where are their soft spots, where are their weaknesses, either in the current approach or in the one you're proposing. And that's where you go focus your energy, because that is where the tension and the problem is in the customer journey. The TGI program, MSEM, and specifically this class really are about giving folks a more rounded perspective on business and the product, how products come to market. Right. It's really important as you move along in your career that even if you aren't going to be a product manager, you need to understand how products get envisioned, how the customer is integral to the development of the product, and then how do you make something that actually has value and will create returns for the business.